It's Monday, March 24th. I'm Scott Sexsmith, and this is Today in the SOO, our daily podcast from SOOtoday.com. It's brought to you by View Restaurant and Bar, located in the Delta Hotel. They're downtown on the waterfront, where you can enjoy the food, enjoy the wine, and of course, enjoy the view. A winter weather travel advisory is in effect for the SOO and surrounding areas. We could see between 10 and 15 centimeters of snow, which of course will cause reduced visibility in some areas. This advisory is expected to last into this afternoon. Sault Ste. Marie Police Service Chief of Police Hugh Stevenson has officially resigned effective yesterday, and the chair of the police board announced his interim replacement. Board Chair John Bruno thanks Stevenson for his service and says Deputy Chief Brent Duguay will assume the role as interim acting chief. Meanwhile, Stevenson is set to run for the Conservative Party in the upcoming federal election. Certainly not hard to tell it's election time again. Over the weekend, Terry Sheehan, member of Parliament for the Soo, announcing investments of almost $24 million towards the city of Sault Ste. Marie for local infrastructure projects. The majority of the funding, up to almost $23 million, in fact, comes from Housing, Infrastructure, and Communities Canada towards upgrades for the West End wastewater treatment plant. The Community Wellness Bus, which offers street outreach and medical service, will move to a 24/7 operation with federal funding announced at the end of last week. The $3.5 million comes from the Emergency Treatment Fund. An agreement with the city still needs to be signed, but the funding will provide up to $3.5 million for 24/7 community outreach and wellness response and low-barrier access to medical, mental health, addictions, harm reduction, and housing supports for the vulnerable, high-needs population here in the Soo. Sault Ste. Marie Fire Services is adding 3 new pumper trucks to its firefighting fleet, but city officials say buying Canadian isn't going to happen in this case. We're paying a company in Abbotsford, BC, almost $5.2 million for 3 pumpers, but the chassis and cabs won't be made in Canada. They'll be manufactured in the United States and shipped to BC for completion. David Helwig has more in his story on site right now. After months of searching, the family of a missing Manitoulin Island woman has resorted to renting billboards in their hopes of finding her and have started a crowdfunding effort to help pay for it. Juanita Migwans, 31 years of age, last seen on Manitoulin Island back in October. There is currently a $100,000 reward offered for information on her whereabouts. Kenneth Armstrong has all of the details in his story, and Kenneth also joins me tonight on Closer Look with the latest. Look for that episode at 7 p.m. this evening. The Sault College women's hockey team has made it to the semis of the 2025 American Collegiate Hockey Association Division II National Championship and will face off against the University of Wisconsin later today. The 5-day event is slated to wrap up with the national championship game tomorrow. Meantime, Soo Greyhounds wrapping up their regular season yesterday with a 5-2 win over Sarnia. The Hounds kick off their Round 1 playoff series in Windsor on Thursday. Soo and area weather, periods of snow today, high of +1, periods of light snow tonight, low -6, and periods of snow tomorrow with a high of -1. That's all for Today in the Soo. Download or subscribe wherever you get your favorite podcast to make sure that you never miss an episode. Today's show produced by Derek Turner, as always. Today in the Soo brought to you by View Restaurant and Bar, located in the Delta Hotel downtown on the waterfront, where you can enjoy the food, enjoy the wine, and enjoy the view. Thanks for listening. Have a great Monday. We're back tomorrow.